Hey you, it's Jess here and welcome back to my channel, and today is very exciting because I am announcing my official opening of my Patreon, which is patreon.com/kittenishgirl. You can find me at most places with that name. But yeah, so today, September 1st, that this video goes out, the official start of the September monthly rewards begins. And yeah, I wanted to go through and do a video telling you about what Patreon is and also detailing what all of my membership tiers are, because it's like a monthly subscription membership with different tiers that include different rewards based on different amounts of money. And I will show you the rewards that I have for September that you can get by subscribing to my Patreon. And yeah, I'm really just excited to start this journey. I really started Patreon to sort of branch out in my artwork. I mean, I love doing clip art, and obviously love seeing the products made by shops who buy my clip art. But this is sort of a way that I wanted to do an idea where I could do my own kind of like ideas in a smaller amount of things, a bit more doable, and to create some stuff that I made myself kind of thing. And that I can give directly to you, because I know a lot of customers, obviously they're supporting me by buying from at the shops, but I know some of you would like to directly support me, and a Patreon is the perfect way to do that, as little as a €2 tip jar to actually getting stickers in the mail and other things from me. So it's going to have a whole wide range of things. In order for me to connect with you more personally on Patreon, because it has sort of social media aspects to it, at least privately, once you're a member, and yeah, and just sort of play around and have a bit more fun with my own kind of products. Yeah, so I'm really excited. I know I really wanted to branch out and try different things to see how I can keep this art business going. I will say clip art is not as good these days, monetarily, and also just artistically. It's been, drawing clip art is a lot. It takes a lot out of you. And it's just been so fun just to be able to do something new and fresh, and something else to do to add to the clip art that I already do. So I'm going to put chapters down below so you can skip forward, but I don't see myself being too long here. But let's first get into what is Patreon. If you've never used Patreon, you don't know about this site at all, then stick around and I'll explain briefly what Patreon is. Otherwise, if you already know, you can skip towards the next part and see the reward tiers, which I will show you the actual items, even though you've seen the sticker sheet for September, but I'll show you a couple more things. So what is Patreon? It is patreon.com. I'll put it on the page here, but it will be linked directly down below, my direct Patreon. And this is a website that creators have been using for years to be able to directly directly work with their fans and their customers and just anyone who wishes to support them. It's a way that you can just monetarily give. Basically, you're being a patron of the arts. Like how painters of old, they had a rich patron, not even rich, just a patron who can give them some money to be able to work and do their artwork. That's what Patreon really is, even like from the micro level to the macro level of support. And in return, you usually get rewards. Some people don't always, pretty much everyone gives rewards. But sometimes, you could just be in it to support someone and let them continue their business. YouTubers use it, artists, of course, use it, all sorts of things, game devs, what have you. So basically what Patreon is if you want to give to an artistic or creator or whatever person, it helps them add to their income so they can just continue to do that work. And in return, Patreon allows me to do exclusive posts, polls, videos, live streams, send out mailed rewards, give you files, and all sorts of things. So this is sort of like, you get one-on-one time, and you actually get to see what I'm doing or what the creator is doing with that money that you're basically giving them as a patron. So the method is a monthly subscription. So I have the membership tiers, which we'll go over after this. I have 3 tiers ranging from €2 as a tip jar to €18 as mailed items. You will be charged in your local currency. I have set it to euros because that's where I am, but you will be charged in a conversion fee, US, UK pound, Australian dollar, what have you. So it may change a little bit around the time for conversion. I'm not sure how the conversion works completely, but it shouldn't change too much. If anything, it's staying at the euro price. So that is one thing. But essentially, you're just paying the same amount every month. When you first subscribe, it's an automatic subscription. So every month it'll come out on the same day the next month. But I will say you can cancel at any time. You can change tiers if you decided to subscribe to a lower one, and then actually during the month you have some extra money, or you really like the look of the physical mail stuff, you can upgrade and you just pay the difference, so you don't have to pay extra. And you can cancel anytime. And in fact, they let you give a reason for canceling when you do. And one of the reasons is you just were interested in that 1 month's rewards. So say you love September, but then you see the sneaks of October's stuff and you're not really interested, you can cancel, no problems, and then come back another month. So it's pretty flexible in that way. And in terms of being charged monthly, it will be, if you subscribe on the 3rd of September, you will be charged on the 3rd of October. But let's say you subscribed on the 31st of October. Of course, not every month has a 31st. So on November, you'll be charged on the 30th, and then from then on, you'll be charged on the 30th. Until February, which obviously doesn't have a 30th, or most of the time 29th. So then you'll be charged on the 28th, and then from then on, after February, you'll always be charged on the 28th. So that's a way, if you're subscribing in the very end of the month, that's how it's going to work. So in the end, you're going to be, if you decide to subscribe for more than a year, you'll be charged on the 28th of every month. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. But you can sign up any day between now and September 1st through September 30th, and you will receive September rewards. And then, of course, it will roll over into October, and so October 1st, you'll get the October rewards. But some tiers, especially the digital ones, will always be backwards available. So if you subscribe in November, you can get access to the September digitals and the October digitals. They'll always just be up and available to the specific membership tier. So that's some things about that. And then, of course, if something ever happened to me or I knew that I wouldn't be able to deliver 1 month, I can actually pause billing, and you'll still have access to all the posts and things, and you'll also still be able to join membership-wise, but you won't be charged for the months that I pause. So we also have that built in. So yeah, if I'm like, okay, I've just gone really sick and I won't be able to deliver any rewards next month, I can put it on pause. So none of you will be charged for that month that I miss. And if anything goes completely wrong, I can unpublish the page and it will stop charging you. So, you can feel a bit, if you're feeling a bit apprehensive about that, then that's a good way, you have some assurances there that I have ways to be able to protect you. And of course, I will do my best to do those things. But, there's always, subscribing every month and then canceling if you really don't like automatic subscriptions. I completely understand. You just got to remember to come back. But I will be obviously posting on Instagram and keeping you updated and showing you what the next month's goodies are. So you can keep an eye out and be savvy about your spending if you wish. But yeah, so Patreon is like that. There's also, it's like its own website. You will get email updates from me. So when I do a new post, it should go into your email. No problems. So you can keep track of it that way if you're not always on Patreon, which I'm not always on Patreon. I do rely on the emails coming in. But there'll be posts that only certain tiers will be able to see. Discussions. I can also post videos and, down the line we could do live streams. We could do all sorts of things, polls. So it has like my whole page can have all sorts of posts and downloads and polls for you. So yeah, and there's also private chatting on there. I probably won't use the private chatting so much unless there's a problem. You can DM me and we can privately chat. You can also email me on there. So it's super simple to keep in touch. And it's its own private little social media just for us guys, us who are subscribed to the Patreon. So yeah, it kind of has a whole lot of stuff to offer. And over time, I could always offer more things. You can open a shop so you can buy individual items. I could also sell individual posts. There's stuff in the future that you can do. And then also, I could offer all sorts of other rewards if I'm feeling like I have the time and energy to do so. But so far, I have set my tiers at being something I think is doable for me every month. Obviously, I have to deliver things to you every month, and I think these are doable. So there could be more, there could be less. If there's less, obviously, I'll let you know, and I'll try to live up to the prices that I set. I will see. But with that said, that's probably Patreon. Briefly briefly explain to you. So let's and this is a good segue into actually going over the tiers, what you pay and what you get for those tiers. So I'm going to do the first tier, and I'll move over here so I can put a graphic next to me. But the first tier is the lowest one. It's the Kibble Tip Jar, and it is €2 per month, and this is basically what it says. It's a tip jar. And I've just written here, you just want to give your support. This tier is for anyone who wants to give me a little support and let me know that they care, and just know that I love you too, because I do. This is literally you don't want the items, or you can't give too much. That's fine. You don't have to give me anything. Just liking and sharing things, especially on Instagram, helps me so much. But if you had €2 lying around, at the moment, I think that's $2.50 in US dollars. You can just throw in a tip jar, just to be like, you know what, I want you to continue doing your work and I support you in that, but I will be offering you something for this. You will get access to private work in progress updates, so posts and videos. So you'll actually get to see what work I'm achieving for your €2. I know some people do tip jars where it's just a tip jar and you don't get anything in return, but I like the idea of you getting at least something, and so you get to see what I'm up to. I will be doing sketches and plans and reference pictures and videos, basically what I've done in vlogs, and more details of that. Of what I'm working on for the Patreon, specifically my clip art stuff. If I do work in progress, that will stay public, but these are private posts that you'll have access to about me actually working on Patreon goodies. And then, obviously anytime you really like something, you can upgrade if you want. No big problems, but I thought I'd at least keep you in the loop, because that's what you're paying for, right? So very excited for anyone who joins the tip jar. I'm so thankful for any support there. The second tier is the Digi Cat Club for €5, and this is the Digital Rewards Club. I've just written here, join the Digital Cool Cats. In this tier, you gain access to digital download versions of the monthly art. What I've been working on for each month, you will have a good access to the art, especially if you're not able to get mail, if you can't afford the extra bit for the mail in physically. At least this way you get to enjoy the art every month in some capacity. So, and I should stress first of all, and it will be on the post for the digital downloads, but this is for personal use only. All of this is personal use only. It is not related to my clip art, so please just use it for yourself and please don't share it with other people. This is just for you to use and enjoy, but I won't be limiting how you can use it for yourself, which I'll get to in a second with what I'm including in the digital rewards membership. So for €5, which at the moment is about $6.50 US, you get phone wallpapers, laptop, desktop wallpapers, coloring pages. I'm also including just a straight up A4 size file of the postcard design, which you'll see in a minute. Because I thought, well, also, if you join the higher tier, you get everything included in the past tiers. So the Digi Cat Club also gets the work in progress updates that the tip jar one does. So I decided to include the full A4 size of the postcard design because the phone wallpapers that I made with it are kind of limited, because obviously the postcard's like this size and phone wallpapers like that. So it's kind of cut off and you don't really get to enjoy the art as it is. So I thought I would include the A4 size that I originally drew it at, the PNG. And so this is what I mean by personal use, is that you're free to print it off. You can print it off A4 size, A5, A6, any size under A4. Easy peasy. If you just want a big print of it, you can print it off yourself and enjoy it in your home or whatever you like to do with it. But obviously it's just for you. But so please don't share this like file because obviously I'm also making my own products with it. But I just thought maybe this is a better way for you to be able to enjoy most of the art. At this point, I haven't really included the vinyl sticker in this digital stuff, but in the future I definitely plan to do that. I could always add another like wallpaper or something if you guys want that. You can let me know if you're dying for the vinyl sticker art to also be digital. Another additional thing on top of the work in progress that's exclusive to the digital tier is the polls to decide future art themes, which I think I'm going to start the polls for probably December, because I have October decided, November's basically decided, so we're going to do a poll this month in September for December art themes. And I think first I'll do like a recommendation post, and then we can do a poll on the like most popular ones, or I'll just do a poll straight up, so we'll see. But that's also in addition to the work in progress posts. So let me just show you a little bit about the digitals. First of all, the phone wallpaper. So hopefully we'll show this off. But here is one of them on my phone at the moment. So this is actually the sticker sheet art, which I just put straight up and sort of fit it into the phone wallpaper design. So that way you can get to enjoy some of the art, both the postcard art and the sticker sheet art. So that's a phone wallpaper. There'll also be phone wallpapers for the postcard design. There will also be desktop wallpapers for the with the art sticker design. Actually, I put the person from the sticker sheet and made a little laptop desktop wallpaper. One version is plain and the other version actually has a September 2025 calendar on it. So if you like having a calendar on your desktop wallpaper, that is available. So for both of these digital files, I just made them the biggest possible size. So I based it on the biggest iPhone wallpaper size and on the biggest 4K screen resolution. Resolutions are a bit odd, like desktop resolutions are a bit odd because it can depend on your also the ratio of your screen, and my Mac screen is actually a bit different to a normal PC one. So I have like a Mac version and I also have a normal version. So you'll be able to pick and choose which one you want, but otherwise it should also just be able to, if you fill it to screen, it should fit okay on your desktop. But obviously let me know if you have any issues with that, if you're subscribed and use it. Another item is I'm doing a digital coloring page, and I printed one off. I printed it off. It's just one design. So this is the postcard design, and when I designed it, I made sure that I could make it into a coloring page, and I've just printed off here on A4 size. And I've included two files, one is A4 and one is US letter size. So no matter what paper you use, you can print this off nice and big. I love the way it printed up. I feel like it's a really cute design as a coloring page because there's details, but it's not like too in your face. I think it has a good balance. I don't have any like markers or stuff to be able to color in myself, but maybe in the future I'll be able to pick some up and we can do some coloring in together. But the plan going forward is that I will design the postcard design to be able to be a coloring page. But I could also make other things into a coloring page. I could also make the vinyl sticker into a coloring page, like a really simple one. Let me know, I can add some more coloring pages if you want. But yeah, so I thought this would be a really fun design to color in, and that's just a digital file. You can actually color it in digitally if you want. So you could put it on Procreate or Photoshop or whatever and color in with the lines. So yeah, you can do that digitally, physically. There's a little coloring page for you. But yeah, so that's a Digi Cat Club, and that is what you get for €5. And of course you get the exclusive posts. And there's possibly future digital content, which I don't want to promise now. But you know, there are plans in the future to offer more when I can. So let's get into the final tier, which is the Heidi Mail Club, and that is set at €18. And this is the physical rewards, and that €18 includes shipping. So I just want to put that out there. Include shipping, and it will be shipped by letter mail and with stamps, but it will be priority stamps. So hopefully it'll only take 1 or 2 weeks. It says 1 week for priority stamps, but you know, the mail. So I will be putting in for the priority stamps, and outside of the EU, I will be using a customs form. Even though you're not actually buying these products, you're just patronizing me and I'm giving you a gift as a reward. So it will be labeled as a gift. And I will be putting them as the value of their manufacturing costs. So as low as possible, and hopefully the gift can just come through because that's what it is. But technically by finished post law, I have to put a customs form on if it's outside of the EU and it has goods on it. So we'll see how that goes. If there's any problems, we can try doing it without the customs form. But because it is like actual things instead of a letter, I just want to be safer than sorry. You know, I want to be able to get to a mail. But yeah, so the €18 includes that postage. So what do you get in the Heidi Mail? So first of all, the Heidi Mail Club gets all the previous tier rewards. So you get all the digitals, the posts, and otherwise the posts and things don't really change apart from that. There's no more exclusive posts or digital content on top of that. So if you're on the Digi Cat Club or the tip jar, then you're not missing out on any of those kind of Patreon-based things. But what you will get is at least 3 items in the mail, sometimes more. But this is the September rewards. So you've already seen the sticker sheet. This is on matte vinyl paper, so it is smooth, perfectly cut. This was manufactured in China, so that will be listed on the customs form, but the value is like $1 because that's what it cost me. So hopefully it won't be too bad, but I want to be like honest on the customs forms. So but I love the way it came out. It's so pretty. It has perfect cuts. It was honestly worth it. This is my sheet, so I've already like pulled some stickers up if it looks possibly janky on thing, but here you go. You can see sort of the cut line on there. I did do a white outline out of all of these items, so whatever you're working on with the stickers, you won't get like a pattern or color behind them. And my logo is also cut out. I didn't intend to do that, but because it had a white outline, they did cut it out, and I thought that was really cute. So that is a sticker sheet that you will get. You will also get the postcard design. So you can see why I also wanted to offer it up digitally so you could have it bigger, because a postcard's pretty small. So you can enjoy it either way, but this way you have a really nice postcard version of it. And the back of it is just a design that basically shows it as a collector's item. So it says Kittenish Girl and then September 2025. So you know when you got this for your Patreon. So you got those. And this is just a simple matte, normal matte postcard. And then you'll also get this vinyl, this glittery vinyl, which hasn't been seen before today. So very happy to announce this vinyl to you and show you its glittery glory. I think it's about 10 centimeters tall. Let me get my ruler out. Yes, it's 10 centimeters tall by 6 and a bit centimeters wide. So it's nice and big, and it's obviously glossy but with a sparkle. I decided to make it a bit bigger because of the pattern on her outfit. I wanted to make sure it really was you could understand it. It's like a heart pattern. But yeah, so you get this vinyl as well, and this is made by Sticker Wrap in Denmark. And I'll say the postcard was made in the Netherlands. So these will have the EU on them as manufacturer. But yeah, so I think it came out so cute. I just thought she was a cute little character. So this is the collection altogether. So you will get these 3 items in the mail, although there may be more, especially now in September. I found some things that I still had lying around that I had made previously. So they're going to get included in your mail, just some little extra. But yeah, I want to try and make it a bit more personal. So you will see if you subscribe and get the mail. I have another little surprise for it as well, but I'm not going to show that here. You're just gonna have to wait and see if you subscribe to the Heidi Mail Club, you'll get to see that extra little surprise when it comes in the mail. But yeah, so this is the 3 items that you will be receiving. But yeah, so that's what you included. But sometimes there might be other extras. There's one design idea that I have that I do want to include, like a bookmark. So you would probably get these 3 items plus a bookmark. It could be an extra vinyl. We'll have to wait and see. So it's not always, this is like the bare minimum that I want to do. I want to try to achieve the minimum each month, but there may be more. So that is what I'm trying to do with Heidi Mail Club, and that is the first month for that. Yeah, so as I said, worldwide priority stamp shipping is included. It's untracked, but hopefully should only take 1 or 2 weeks. And then I will say, if there do end up being any duties or taxes or tariffs, you need to keep that in mind, that it may happen and you might have to put that over. But I think the most that the value of this package will be like $2 in the end, $3. So, but it will be marked as a gift. So fingers crossed. But hopefully, otherwise, if there are duties or taxes, it should only be cents or dollars on top. Very little. But yeah, I also want to do a last thing because it is still ongoing, and I want to include this here just in case you're a US resident. Obviously, you know all about I'm sure you know all about the whole tariff thing and the end of de minimis, and the stuff going around on that. So yeah, basically, Finland's post office, Postie, was one of the first to basically say, we're not shipping anything out except for letters and gifts under 100, which would have made this fine, although I've now read that apparently things declared gifts will be looked at with more scrutiny. Like, they're going to look at them closer at customs, so we'll see. Like, literally, these are gifts. You're not paying for these items. There is no invoice. You're just being a patron of mine, and I'm giving you this as a reward for thanking you for supporting my work. So I don't know how that's gonna go, but then the next day, the airlines decided they didn't want to take any mail to the US at all. So right now, as of September 1st, I guess, when I'm filming this, it's 31st of August. So maybe something will happen on the 1st, tomorrow or today. I'll keep you posted and updated on the Patreon, on Instagram. And if anything really big happens, I guess I'll post here on YouTube just in case. But as of now, I cannot mail to the US at all. But I am willing, if you really, really want these items in the mail, then I will hold these for you. If you subscribe this month, I will hold your mail. And if it continues on outside of September, I will continue to hold for you as long as you are a member of the Heidi Mail Club. Do remember that you will have instant access to the digital downloads. Those are going to go up. Those will be up now. I have set them to go up 6 a.m. September 1st my time. So the digital downloads are available now as of you watching this. So if you do want to have your mail hold because you don't want to miss out on these items and you don't want to actually pay for them later on, because if eventually I do want to open the shop to send out extras that I have, because I did end up with 100 of these sticker sheets and I don't expect to have 100 members straight off, so I should have leftovers, but it's going to be sold at a full price, whereas this is obviously it's sold pretty much at value, because it's not really sold, but you know what I'm talking about. So if you don't want to miss out, I will hold them. If it goes over, I think if it's like 2 months, I'll just hold them individually and I'll mail them individually, and I'll probably have the best way to get through the new system. At the moment, the tariff for EU is 15%, and that's what most of this is. So if they do that, like they don't like the gift thing, that's just a risk you have to take, I think. But yeah, it's very annoying. So otherwise, so if you really want these items, you don't want to miss out, you can subscribe and I will hold them for you. I've already done that for 2 people who subscribed a little bit early a couple of days ago. I just sent them, I'll send you a photo with, I'll put your actual items in their cello, and I'll put a note on here, stick it on with your name and email, and make sure I've got everything labeled, and I'm going to put them safe in my closet so they can be held. And I'll send you a picture so you know that it is done. So I can do that. And if it's 2 months, I'll send both out separately, but if it's 3 months, hopefully not, I'll probably bulk send them, like I'll put them in one big envelope for you. So if we get to that point, hopefully we won't. But if you're not sure about that, you can always subscribe to the digital subscription, and if it changes during the month, you can upgrade and just pay a difference. So you don't have to pay the whole, both 5 and 18 euros for 1 month. You can just pay the difference from the 5 euros. So that's maybe a safer way to do it if you want, until this is sorted and we know what's happening. So hopefully I won't have to hold it for months on end. I just wanted to give this warning out to US residents, but I do want to assure you that I can hold them for you. It just might take a while, but if it takes too long or if we get bad news, I will honestly refund you. I do have that power, so if it becomes unfeasible to hold, I'll just refund you, and I apologize deeply if that happens, but fingers crossed it gets sorted at least this month so you can get your happy mail. But yeah, your Heidi mail, I should say. But I wanted to add that on the end there for US residents, just in case. Everybody else, you should be able to subscribe, no problem. I think I decided I was going to do 2 shipments, because obviously you can subscribe through the whole month. So I'm going to do a shipment in the middle of the month for all the people who've already subscribed. And then the end of the month, I will ship out, at the start of August, I'll ship out the rest. The start of October. What month is it? The start of October, I'll ship out the later subscriptions. Although I will say in the future, I'll give myself at least 2 weeks into the next month to mail anything out, in case of manufacturers taking too long, mail stuff happening. So I will say, like, plan to get these stickers in the next month, not always specifically on the month that you are subscribed. So I just want to say that as well. Right now I do have the September stuff on hand, so obviously I could mail it out anytime. But yeah, future months may not be the same depending on manufacturing times, etc. But yeah, so obviously I actually haven't, I'm about to start today, September 1st, that this video goes up. I'm starting on October design, and I will be posting works in progress updates this week on the Patreon. So if you want to join at all, Tip Jar, Digi Cat, and Heidi Mail will all get to have those work in progress posts and see what's going on for October. But so hopefully we'll be able to have everything done for October in the next couple of weeks, and we'll be all set for next month. Of course, I will be posting about that closer to October. October 1st, we'll have the full Instagram page of like what you actually get. But yeah, so this was my little video introducing my Patreon. It is patreon.com/kittenishgirl, and is linked down below if you want to join. But thank you so much for watching and listening to me, and I hope you enjoy the items and that you'll join me on this little Patreon journey, even just the tip jar. I would love you so much. It really, all of it will go towards helping me run my art business, to live my life, to make these products. That's what most of the, honestly, that's probably where most of the money will go into, will be back into what I make for you. Making sure I get all the digitals done. It's my first time doing digitals, so you'll have to let me know. We can always update them if they don't work out, but I've got a whole bunch of stuff there so you can be all kitted out for September. But yeah, the theme for this month is, it's really like a nod to the planner community, to you guys who have been watching me on YouTube, on Instagram, who love playing with journals and books, and just, this is my sort of connection. We have a ring planner here in the postcard design, and yeah, it was sort of like, acknowledging you guys and what the planner community has done for me in the past like 7 to 8 years. I think this October it might be 8 years of my company, because I started in 2017 with my clip art. So yeah, it's been a journey. And yeah, I like the idea of this as sort of a transition from one to the next. Of course, I'm still going to do clip art, and I still want to continue on with this and see where it goes. In the future, I might open just a normal shop with these items, so we'll see. But for now, it's all going to be exclusively on Patreon. So if you want those works in progresses, you want to do polls, you want digitals or mail, please join up. I would love to have you, and I will be, planning out my content to make sure I'm posting there properly, keeping connected with you guys. That's the other thing. In the future, if there's enough of us, we could always start a Discord, which is like a whole private chat room kind of thing. So that's a possibility too. We could have the Discord also join with YouTube and other things. But yeah, so those are the plans going forward. That is the Patreon. It is out now. You can start subscribing. Or you can also follow along for free, and in my free posts, I'll just be showing you what the next month is, so you can keep track of if you want to subscribe for a month because you like the art. But otherwise, yeah, I hope you look forward to it, and I hope to see you over there. And otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I love you. More videos will be coming out soon, very soon. Okay. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye.